for today's session, first of this entire week-long enablement for partners in the region. So we're going to have Sophia Loh and Ben Leong from our solution consulting team covering the Biz Manager B2B data integration in action. So Sophia, can you just move one or two slides for me, please? Another one. Thank you. So just some basic housekeeping. We'll be recording the session for for today, so that you know, you can recap as and when you there's a need to use the conversation function for your comments and any questions you have. If there is some urgent need for attention, you can use the raise your hand function. And finally, remember to mute your line throughout the session. So with that, I will pass the mic over to Sophia while I kick off the recording.
Thank you, Yok Chen. Thank you, everyone, for coming to this session and give your time about our OpenText Biz Manager. If you recall, in September time, I did a session introduce about our business network. Basically, there are two ways that we can collaborate with you. So in that September session, I mainly cover more on the second part on the cloud. But today, what Ben and myself will focus on is the software-based solution called Biz Manager, and a little bit a glimpse of the our trading grid messaging services, which later on I will touch on a little bit at the overview side. So so mainly today this will be our focus, and hopefully with that we can not just only give you an overview of what Biz Manager, what it can do, what problem it solves, or who are the potential prospects that you can go to, as well as you can see the Biz Manager in action, where Ben will do the demonstration. So and he will also share more about the a case study where we have a good success with a partner in China. And so Ben and myself, we are the solution consultant focused on OpenText business to anything integration solutions. All right. So so these are the four areas that today we will cover. And basically giving you the first topic will be what is Biz Manager. I will do a bit of recap and plus a little bit more on the qualification side, and then show you high level of the functions. I don't want to catch the limelight where Ben is going to do the demo later, but give you some set the stage of some of the key functionalities and capabilities of Biz Manager, and then subsequently Ben will take you through of the success story we have with a partner and the demonstration of Biz Manager. Now, so if you recall, for business network, our core capabilities is to help our customer to resolve how they are integrating with their business partners. Without a platform solution that to integrate with the business partners, if you see on the left-hand side of this diagram, basically basically companies will just have to do direct integration with all the backend applications, and as more partners that you have, this can be very complicated. All right, so and that's where OpenText Business Network is here to provide a unified platform that are able to support enterprises in dealing with the different business partners as shown on the right hand side. So all the integration become very streamlined and simplified and easy to manage. All right, so now typically in all these B2B integration or a lot of time in this B2B integration, you may hear certain terms like EDI, electronic data interchange, and typically all these interchange of transactions will be related to procure to pay, order to cash, logistics side or finance side of the documents, but they actually adopt certain industry international standard if they tend to use the EDI. So in general, most of the company, if they do it themselves, or they may have certain middleware that do their backend integrations, but they usually are pretty lack in all the various integration capabilities to the external parties. And some of the partners, trading partners on the right-hand side may even, especially customers, may even use certain van services instead of directly integrate with the enterprise gateway solution. So with that, OpenText Business Network, we have this solution, Biz Manager, that will help the backend, the enterprise side, to not just only be able to integrate with the backend. At the same time, it has quite a wide range of integration capabilities that integrate with external parties. Now, as far as to the van side, because OpenText Business Network side, we also have a services called Trading Grid Messaging Services, which is the van. Or if you happen to hear some of the vans like Sterling Commerce, the Cutters, etc. So these are some of the vans. And of course, today I'm wearing OpenText hat. So I will touch on give you a glimpse of what is this trading grid. But today, our main focus would still be the Biz Manager side to show you how what are all the capabilities and Biz Manager in action. Okay. So Biz Manager is a very robust system. First and foremost is Biz Manager itself, this technology, OpenText, our global platform trading grid. We also have this technology in dealing with all the interfaces, integration with the external parties. So from that, you can see that our platform, this trading grid, this Biz Manager, is very able, is enterprise grade, and it will be able to support and sustain very large volume of data processing, transactions, mappings, etc. And at the same time, it also catered for different level of companies, where some are very simple, smaller business that do not have that many trading partners, all the way up to the highest, the enterprise grade, where there are hundreds of thousands of business partners that the enterprise will need to connect with. So you will see that this Biz Manager is very scalable from entry all the way to enterprise level. In addition, for those companies still have some application processes that run out of their AS400, Biz Manager is also able to support the the AS400 side of the interfaces. So so you would see that this Biz Manager is very is very robust. And for in Biz Manager, the key the foundation of the Biz Manager is definitely the B2B integration. So you will see that on this left-hand side, this column over here, that the oops, sorry, let me get it. Sorry, the on the left-hand side, this B2B column over here, it it actually lay the foundations of all the B2B integration protocols. Later on, I do have a slide that show you what are the protocols that we support, including some of the industry protocols that it will be able to support. And the other very important component in the whole B2B collaboration integration side is what we call the right-hand column here, the data translation. And data translation, basically what it does is doing all the data mediation between the external partners, the data format to the enterprise backend application, or even we are able to map into the database tables. So the mapper over here is very flexible and able to do any to any. Later on, you will see more in Ben's demo. And in the center here, this is MFT, where we take care of our large file file transfer without much of a need of doing any data transformation. And this we are able to support not just only the host-to-host large managed file transfer, as well as what we call ad hoc. So at your desktop, you can use Outlook web or web client, etc., to do some ad hoc file transfer of certain image documents, etc. So this are due to the time today, our demonstration will focus more on the B2B and the data translation area. So perhaps if we hear more of your feedback, if you want to hear more of the MFT side, in the next round, we can do in more detail about the MFT. Okay, so our Biz Manager is able to support not just on the Windows base, or as you can see, is able to support the Unix side, as well as mentioned earlier, the AS400 and those Linux operating system, and the various databases that we support, like Oracle, MySQL, or IBM DB2, but that applied more for the AS400. Okay, so as what is earlier you saw the screen, there's a van that where I talk about trading grade messaging services, which play the role of value-added network. So what exactly is value-added network? Basically, it is a cloud, and you can see it is more towards the public cloud side that connects businesses, and it can be dozens of hundreds of the enterprise trading partners on that. And for OpenText trading grid managed services, messaging services, in short, we call it TGMS. And that are not just only ourselves is a value-added network, is a VAN, or we also we call it interconnect with quite a number of VANs all over the world. So this is also why our total solution is being seen by our large customers, that we can reach out to many different trading partners everywhere, regardless of some of the services that they use. All right, so so on this VAN, mainly it does not do so much of data mediations, but facilitate the exchange of B2B transactions between the enterprise and their business partners. At the same time, it is supposed to track all the activities of what's going on between these exchanges. Okay. Now, so this diagram gives you an overview of what are some of the key things over here in the trading TGMS, and is able to support EDI, XML, and other files, and it is able to support quite a number of protocols. But typically, we see in the VAN services, most of them are like secure FTP or AS2 or AS1, AS2, this kind of protocols, and some using some automotive industry protocols. Okay. And because this service is a global platform, so we have the 24/7 services that are able to support these van services to ensure it is running, because a lot of our customers' critical transactions are running over it. Now, here, I just want to quickly give you an idea. Typically for this solution with a Biz Manager and the TGMS is if should you need to provide it, it will be end-to-end solution. But this how you identify the opportunity, it applies to the Biz Manager as well as the TGMS. So as for the customer, basically across the industry, we don't really like specific to a particular industry, as long as there's any exchange of between businesses, exchange of documents, basically this solution would apply. All right. And as far as the roles of the people that you normally you will encounter or interact with are the IT side of the people, because they are the one who manage the all these EDI programs or B2B integrations. And the pain points over here are of course, the obvious one is they do not have all this B2B integration, but there are some who have existing, but they are legacy and they are looking in modernize or changing it, or they have multiple and they are looking at consolidating. So on the right hand side here are the qualification questions. I won't go through them because this deck will be given to you, so you can refer to some of these qualifications. And no worry, should you have any opportunity or some use case in this area, myself or Ben, we can always work with you to support you in some of these opportunities that you have. Okay. And so what I'm going through right now is to give you a glimpse of the Biz Manager. And first of all, the Biz Manager, the use case very commonly that you may encounter or see is the enterprise would interface with various level of external partners. So they can be suppliers of this enterprise, can be customers or logistics partners, or even service provider like the banks, or 3PLs, logistics partners, etc. So these are able to integrate with external parties through what we call these three ways of connections. One is direct, mainly two ways. One is direct connect, another one is through vans. All right. So and of course integrate with OpenText TGMS is given, and of course the other vans, as long as the protocols is within this FTP, secure FTP AS2, we are able to BIS is able to support it. And behind facing the enterprise side, BIS Manager are also able to integrate with the backend applications. As you can see, is through JMS, because it is a Java-based J2EE kind of architecture. So we are able to do JMS integration, or through our mapper integrate with the database mapping table, as well as a very simple way of what we call directory or land file copy way of integrating with the backend. So so for and later on Ben will cover a bit more as when he talk about the integration. All right. And Biz Manager is UI based and very easy to use or flexible for you to configure from the communications to all the trading partners, the protocols, as well as you are able to manage all the this communications sessions security. For example, they use certain certificates, and you can also manage it using a UI within Biz Manager. And in the other part is Biz Manager also has this ability to do what we call some process that you can set processing rules, be it pre-processing or post-processing that is in relation to the mapping side. Okay. And here are the protocols, the communication protocols that Biz Manager are able to support. The left-hand side tend to be more used to integrate with external parties. And as you can see, we are able to support additional industry standard like OFTP, that is for automotive, and Zenjin are more related to Japan because Japan do require some special integration protocol standards. And now we are also able to support NASB, the energy related, which is in the US. And the center part with regard to integration are more related to integrate with the backend or with the enterprise backend application. And on the right-hand side, as you can see, Biz Manager comes with these servers that are able to support not just to support all the file transfer protocols. All right, I'll come to the data mapping side. It is a GUI base, and it is any-to-any, able to support all kinds of data file structure, and all the way to map into the database tables. One thing good about the Biz Manager, it comes with the EDI libraries, international libraries. So if you have customers who require to interact with their business partners that based on the EDI standard, like either using the US NC X12 or the UN Artifact or Tridecom, which are more for the retail, and we have the libraries, and you can just use the library, and you don't have to build the structure yourself. Okay. And the Biz Manager, the mapping is able to handle a very large volume of data transformation per day. Okay, and right now with the latest version of the Biz Manager, there's no specific restriction on the data size, data file size. So as you can see here, I won't go too much into here, but later on, Ben will take you through. So it is UI based, and there's all these functional formula that you can build, and you can further embed JavaScript, etc. All right, and as mentioned, Biz Manager will support all the secure protocols. And one thing that I want to highlight is also able to support at the payload level, like that supports this few security standards, PGP, SMIME, etc. And of course, our default is given that the application itself has all the access control for that, be it is like the different user within the enterprise need to access to the to this Biz Manager, and it has a what we call the log or operation tracking details, where you will be able to keep keep an eye of what's going on with the transactions that you're being exchanged with the business partners. And one thing is good that you are able to see that it actually will categorize failed and successful, and so you're able to zoom to those areas that you want to monitor or you want to see. All right, so later on you will see more in the demo. And further to that, you can set alerts to alert you, or especially the B2B team, the operation team, and the admin team with regard to the transactions, what's going on, any failure, especially you got any critical transactions that fail, like your shipment notice that you're going to send to your the customers, and it failed, somehow cannot reach the customer, and it can alert you, etc. All right. And Biz Manager is scalable, and you can implement it not just as a standalone, but as a distributed service model. So we do have some license that catered for this distributed model. All right. With this, that ends my introduction and overview of Biz Manager. And what I'll do is I'll hand over to Ben to cover the success story we have and the demo. Okay. In the meantime, let me see any question in the chat. Okay, no question. Okay, how the license model as a service on cloud or on premise? Okay, Biz Manager is mainly is on premise, and that's a flexibility. You can take it and deploy it on a cloud or infrastructure, and then you offer the as a managed services to your customer. All right. So, but Biz Manager is offered as a on premise, whereas for the VAN, the TGMS, or it will be more of a cloud subscription services that based on the transaction volume. But today we focus more on the Biz Manager. So Biz Manager is more on the on-premise model. Okay. As a operation, we have drag and drop. We have drag and drop transformation in some cases. For this solution, some data from customer source come with plain text for example, AS400 platform target. We would be able to support XML. Or for the AS400, if it is turned from ABCD to ASCII, or you may need to use the Biz Manager for the AS400 version to handle that portion. Yeah. Okay, hope I answered these two questions. All right. So Ben, over to you.
Yep. Thank you, Sophia. Right. Let me share my screen.
Okay, I stop my.
Let's see which one is the. Okay, this one. All right. I guess so. Sophia has just introduced about how business manager works, right? So we have different kinds of partnership with our partners, and in our experience in China and in Hong Kong, we work with our partners in different ways. The most simple the most simple one is that our partner is a reseller of business manager software. There are two kinds of reseller. We have one-time reseller, which probably will be quite common for partners who is starting to work with business manager, because usually you will have we will work together on an opportunity, and then you will be the one-time reseller for business manager, and this is a very good beginning to start working with a new software. And once you have the skill set, and also you will more familiar with the product, then you can join us as the global partner. And then we will have special pricing for global partner. So that's the GPP. Okay. Besides, as a reseller, we also partner with our partners as in the implementation, because in Asia Pac, the market is very price sensitive, and sometimes we found that OpenText price is not attractive enough for some of the project. So and also there is a need of flexibility. So we sometimes will utilize our partner for the implementation for our customers. So that's the second type of partnership. We work with our partners in Greater China. The third one was quite a new one, because recently we found that many of our customers are considering moving their environment to the cloud, to either AWS cloud platform or Google Cloud or Azure. So when they move their environment to the cloud, they also think about um, um, of outsourcing the responsibility of the managing the business manager with environment. So we also partner with our partners in Greater China to provide us semi-managed service to our customer. For this model, OpenText will be selling the software and maybe some of the implementation work as well. And our partner will work as the managed service vendor and provide the required support and consultancy to our customers. So one of the recent example we have done is a large Japanese logistic vendor. So in Asia Pacific, we see that most of the EDI requirement are coming from trading partners. For example, those clients who have their customers in US and Europe, these customers, they will request our client to do EDI with them. So these are most common requirement from our clients. And logistic companies is also a very intense EDI user, because many customer will ask their logistic vendor to send to receive shipment order via EDI and send shipment update status update message to them via EDI as well. So logistic is also one intense EDI using industry. Along with other industry like retail and automotive, these are very intense EDI using industry. Okay, so for this particular customer, which is they already using our business manager as their EDI platform, and they have an initiative to move their business manager incident to AWS. So we work with them to throughout the solution design and work out the architects on AWS, and we deploy a very complex architecture of business manager, which comes along with high availability and very high level of security. And OpenText is doing the deployment for this client. And on the other side, our partner is offering a managed service to this business manager incident. The managed service will include BizLink and the infrastructure support. We will support not only they will support not only the BizLink incident. They will also support the EC2 servers and also other components of AWS on AWS cloud. And not only for support service, they will also do the daily operation and monitoring, and of course mapping development and TP configuration yeah, within the business manager incident for our customer. So it's more like a fully managed business incident, so that our customer doesn't have to bother about the business support and operation. They can fulfill the EDI requirement from their customer very quickly with our with the implementation service from our partner, right? So this is one typical managed service and hosting service that we offer to our client together with partners. Right. Okay, so very briefly talk about our partnership and also successful case study. The next section we will have a demonstration about Business Manager to give you a more intuitive impression about how Business Manager works. So the demonstration will cover mainly two parts. The first part is about Mapper. So Mapper is mapping tools come along with Business Manager. So as named it, it's mainly for the mapping development to convert the data from EDI to your customer's backend system layout, or in fact, it can do any to any translation. It can be XML to JSON or CSV to database, whatever, right? So, but the most typical one would be EDI to some other data format. So we will first talk about Mapper, how to do the data mapping and translation, and then we will talk about Business Manager. Business Manager is the environment who runs the connectivity and also and process the transaction with the maps we have developed. Okay, so we will talk about how to do the trading partner profile setup, and how to do a normal or typical document tracking and monitoring. And also we talk about alerts and reports, and maybe certificate management as well. All right. This one, let me cover this later on. So let me share my another screen to talk about the software. Okay. Okay. So for Mapper, as said, Mapper is a tool for us to develop mappings to convert data from one format to the other. So you can imagine in the Mapper. Let me open the map. So you can imagine in a map, in one map, there should be different components. The first component is the source document, which is the originated file format. In our example here, which is an EDI document, which it's A50, which is also known as a purchase order document. And for EDI file structure, we can simply import the EDI file structure from our library, because we have pre-built pre-built library with all the EDI standards and all different versions of within the EDI standards. So you can just choose the corresponding document from the library, and then you can use it right away. Okay, so that's for EDI, and then the target, and then we have the target document structure. Okay, later on I will talk about how to create a target document structure. So in our example here, we have a CSV file as a target document structure. All right, so we have the source and we have the target. Then we can drill into the mapping. So in the mapping, uh, in in the mapping section, we have we can then link the source to the target structure. So in order to do that, you can just simply drag a data field from the source structure, and then drop it to the target. And this very easy action will map the particular field from the source to the target data field. All right. So so once so we so for a mapping practice, we just need to link all the fields from the source and to the target. And there are also loopings that we want to control between the source and the target. And and loopings can be easily synchronized between the source and the target by drag and drop as well. You can just drag the um, um, the source structure into the target structure, and it will automatically create the looping relationship between the source record and the target record. Okay. And for some particular data field, we also want to implement a certain business logic within the data field. So we have built-in functions. There is many different functions for you to choose, so that you can composite your business logic in the formula builder accordingly. Um, we have string related functions. You can choose the function category and choose the particular and select the particular functions. And once you select it, there is a detailed description telling you how to use it in the formula builder. So there are string and then string operator, math related functions, and date related function. Strings and dates are most useful functions when you are handling mapping development. We have conditions and many other functions specialized for EDI mapping or different data format mappings. So you can composite the business logic with formula builder. So with formula builder, we can handle almost like 99% of the business logic that you need to implement during the mapping process. And for some particular very complex um, complex logic, you can also use embedded JavaScript. Let me open another example that may have the JavaScript. I think this one should have. Okay, this is one embedded JavaScript. So you can embed the JavaScript in your mapping, and then when Business Manager run the mapping, it will automatically run the JavaScript as well. And you can see this particular JavaScript is connecting to external. It's connecting to a external database, and then query a table, and then from the result set, we will insert the value to a particular data field in the target structure. All right. So this kind of JavaScript can be very flexibly embedded into the mapping for some very complex logic that you want to implement. All right. Okay, so another thing we want to talk about is that we talk about source and target structure. Uh, just mentioned that the target structure is a CSV file, so that you need to create the structure by yourself. Um, we can support different kinds of data format. CSV is one of them. We can also support XML, database, fixed link file. I remember one audience has raised a question that how we can integrate with AS400, right? So AS400 is they are using some fixed link files, right? Every record has a fixed link, so we can generate fixed link files so that and use it to integrate with AS400. We also have a particular AS400 adapter. We can connect to AS400 using AS400 specialized protocol. Okay. Um, let's so we have two ways to create a document structure. One of them is to create a new document structure from scratch. This applies to data format like CSV and fat file and JSON. Those have no description language. For XML and database, we can use schema. So for database, we can connect to the database, and then extract the table schema from your selected table. And for XML, we can use DTD and XML schema, the XSD definition, so that you can just import the schema to the mapper, and it will automatically create the document structure for you. And we support SAP fat file as well. So if you have the SAP idoc parser, you can directly import the SAP idoc parser to the mapper, and the data structure the document structure will automatically create for you as well. All right. So this is how we can create the document structure. And once we have done the mapping, once we have done all the drag and drop and formula building, then we can go to the text. Okay, so we can text it offline. So you just need to specify the source document, which is an EDI A50 document, and then you specify the outcome, and then you can click text. The text will be run with audit trails, and then you can also see the outcome of the text. Okay. Another way to look at the texting data is through the dot viewer, which is much more convenient. We can parse the files, and then you can see this is the structure of the source, in the EDI, and the value of each data field. And then on the right side, you will see the structure of the CSV and the value of each data view in the data field in the CSV file, right? So, and once you have done the texting, then you can go to the finish tab. In finish tab, you just need to promote the map to business manager in order to use it. To promote the map, you need to connect first to the business manager database, and once you connect, then you can promote the map to the business manager automatically. All right, so this is how we use Mapper to develop mappings. So in order to convert the data from one format to the other. Is there any questions about the Mapper? Shall I? How shall I see if there have any questions?
As of now, no question in the chat, Ben.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. And so we have done the mappers. The next step would be to talk about the business manager operation. So I have let me do it this way. So I have a particular scenario here. So what we are trying to do is that I have an FTP server on my own PC. So we will download an AFT from my FTP server, and Business Manager will convert it into CSV and put it to a particular local folder. This is for a inbound process, and for outbound, we will put a CSV file into the particular folder, and Business Manager will pick it up, translate it into EDI, and then send it out via FTP as well. Right. So this is the demo scenario we are going to do in Business Manager. So first of all, let me open the Business Manager UI. So Business Manager UI, we have a single administration portal for Business Manager configuration and also operation. So we just need to log into the web portal of the administration portal. Okay, once you log in, you can see that there are different menus on the top. Parties is where you are going to set up your own company and also your trading partner. And in the trading partner profile, you can set up the identifier, because for EDI or for many different B2B standard, every party should have its own identifier. And then we can also set up the transports. So how you are going to connect with this particular trading partner? Is it via AS2 or via FTP or HTTP, etc. And then you will set up the transformation profile. You remember that we just do the mapping, and then how we are going to use this mapping to translate a particular document. This is according to the setup we done in the transformation profile, right? And there is processing rules. Processing rules can do some additional thing instead of besides connecting to your trading partner and then converting the data from one format to the other. We can use the processing rules to do additional actions. For example, you can back up the file. You can translate a document twice into two different data format, or you can embed a Java class into the action to complete some very complex logic of file processing. Right, so everything can be done through the processing rules. And we have certificate management as well for some particular protocol. You will need to have a certificate from your trading partner, right? And we have defined services. So services is where you is to tell your to tell the business manager to connect to your trading partner for downloading the message. For example, we have a service defined here, which is called FTP download from a trading partner, and within it was all the information about the FTP server, the username and password, and which directory you are going to download. You can it embedded with scheduler, so you can you can define how long you want the service to run. And Business Manager itself is running as a service, so it runs all the time. So it will automatically connect to your trading partner and see if there is anything to download. So now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to put a A50 document to the to the FTP server directory out EDI, and let's change the file name. Is 29. Okay, let me open it. So it's a A50 EDI document, just like what we have seen just now. Okay, because I have disabled the services, so I need to trigger it manually. So once I trigger this service, you can see that the EDI message is gone. We can see it in the FTP log. You can see that there is a connection, and then you go to the our EDI folder, and then you downloaded the EDI file that we have just put it. Okay, and then we go to and then it shall be processed by business manager. Then how can we see if business manager has processed it correctly? We can go to the operation tab. Once you click on the operation menu, you will go to the failed operation firstly, and you see the failed operation. These are not the transaction that I have just triggered. So, and then we go to successful operation, and you can see that this is the transaction that we have just triggered. That we have received a through FTP document with this particular name, and then we translate it into the CSV and copy it to a local folder. We can by clicking this transaction history. We can see the whole history of this this transaction from the very beginning to the end, and you can see the detail audit trail, the detail log of each steps. Okay, and you can also see the file as well. And by clicking this icon with glasses, we can see see the source data. Okay, and this is the CSV it translate. You can also download it for further processing. Okay, and particularly you will see that there is a this little green icon here, which is called we processing. And once we click on this we processing icon, Business Manager will rerun the transaction from the particular step that you have choose. For example, I downloaded from FTP and then I do the transformation. Everything is fine, but then when I try to save it to a local folder, and it failed, then I find out that it's because the folder does not exist. So we create the folder, and then what we need to do is we just need to click on this we processing icon, and then it will reprocess from particular this step. Okay, so it will run this particular step again, and then it will save the file to the folder. Okay, so you don't need to run the whole process, or even ask your trading partner to to send you the document again. All right, so this is for inbound flow. We can also easily do an outbound flow by so I will put a CSV file to an outbound folder. Okay, similarly, I will trigger a service because I have defined a service to monitor this particular folder continuously, but my scheduler is disabled, so I have to trigger it manually. So once it's triggered, the file is picked up by Business Manager. And again, we can go to the operation and see what's the status of this transaction. So as you can see, it was picked up from the directory. It's a CSV file, and then they do the transformation and transform it into the EDI file. And then once it's transformed, it's sent out via FTP. All right, and then we can see the output of the EDI message. We can wrap it on the terminator, and then this you can see that this is the EDI document translated from the CSV file. Okay, so this is the original CSV file. Okay, and we can see that we can see in the FTP server that it connects and go to the in folder and put the EDI file to the FTP server. All right. So this is how we are going. We can run we can handle the EDI and B2B transactions through Business Manager. Another and also how you can do the document tracking through the administration portal, right? And besides operations, we can also do tracking through transactions, and you can find the particular document by file names, or by many different other criteria. For example, if we want to search a document by file name, then we can search. Oops, maybe I do it wrong. I use my cards. Um, I don't know why, but let's say we do this in another way. Another way to search a document is that you can use a particular document number within the business document. For example, I have just received a purchase order, right? So I can try to search by the order ID by the purchase order number. Okay, then you can find the particular document with the purchase order number is this number. This number is also in the EDI document that we have just processed. So and then you can go to the document itself, and then you can eventually come to the transaction details of this particular document. All right. So and another thing is that as Sophia has just introduced that we can also set up different alerts in the from the portal, and we can add we can tailor make our alerts accordingly. For example, if for general error, then you can just set a system error, or otherwise, if you have some particular error you want to, it's specific for some trading partner, then you can specify the originator and recipient from the alert properties. You can also specify the different types of actions, different document types, um, and um, and you can also tailor make the mail body of the alert to make it make more sense to the recipient of the email, right? So this where we can set up the alerts, and it also comes along with certificate management. You can uh, generate cell-sized certificate with our business manager, and you or otherwise you can also import the CA certs that you purchase from some public websites. All right. So and we also have the certificate monitoring function, so that it will send you alerts when a certificate of your trading partner of or of the system is going to expire, and you will receive a alert email 30 days before the certificate is going to expire. All right. So that ends my demonstration. Is there any questions? No. Then I pass it back to Sophia.
Okay, thanks, Ben. Um, Hi, everyone. I hope that for today's session we gave you some quick overview and a feel of what Business Manager is and what it can done. And if you have any further questions, yeah, do feel free to let us know. And if it is not in today's session, with that, we will end our session over here.
Thank you, Sophia. Thank you, Ben. As mentioned by Sophia, if you have any questions about today's session or you want to find out more about other solutions under our business network team, you can contact myself or your local partner manager. All right. So with that, thank you for your time.
Yep.
See you for the next one. Bye,
Thank
everyone.
you. Thank you,
Okay.
everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye bye.